That's lovely. I was in New York, and I thought it would be a good idea, because we get this TV show in England, and I watch it sometimes, and they record it there, and I thought it would be a really cool idea if I went to watch a recording of the Maury Povich show. Because we get it in England, right? And there's the one type of Maury show I love. I love it when they get the wild teenage girls, and they send them off to boot camp. Have you seen this one? I love that show, it's always the same. You get the parents out, first of all, the parents are like, Maury, we can't cope, she's only 15. She's already slept with 100 guys. Last year she smoked crack at her grandmother's funeral. Please help Maury, please send our little bitch to boot camp. So the girl comes out, and the whole crowd, they start booing. And I just thought that would be so much fun, to be in the audience. And be a part of that. Well, we've heard what she's like, let's meet her. Come on out, Tiffany. Boo! Boo! Because that gets Tiffany really pissed. She's like, yeah. That's not asking too much, is it? I come all the way from England. That's what I wanted the boot camp show. But you know what? The day I showed up for Maury Povich, they weren't doing a boot camp show. No. Have a guess, anybody, what they were doing the day I showed up for Maury Povich? What's that? Paternity test, sir? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If they had been doing the paternity test, I wouldn't be bitching about it. I quite like the paternity test. I think that one's quite good. Or when it comes to 4-month-old Shanika. She's always called fucking Shanika, isn't she? Why is she always called Shanika? When it comes to 4-month-old Shanika, Felix, you are not the father. I told you, you are old, you are old, you are old, you are old. No, I like that. I've been quite happy. They weren't doing Who's My Daddy when I showed up for Maury Povich. I'm going to tell you what they were doing. The day I showed up for Maury Povich, it was a bloody makeover show. A makeover! They had one woman on the whole show. Maury, I can't get a boyfriend. Can you get someone to put makeup on my face? And then I might find a boyfriend. I couldn't believe they were putting this shit on television. I tried to get out. They locked the doors. I couldn't leave. This woman wasn't ugly, she didn't need a makeover, she was a little bit fat. All she needed to exercise and to eat properly. I was on my feet screaming, send that bitch to boot camp! So I'm single. I think women are so much better than men at knowing if they've got the right partner. Men will do things on dates, right? The women, they will look at what he does, and in 30 seconds, they've got his whole personality worked out. Thinks that if the woman did it, and the guy saw what she did, he wouldn't have a clue. He'd take it at face value. I'll give you an example, right? First date, they go back to his place, and she notices he's got a coffee maker, which says, property of Motel 6. She now knows 2 things about him. Number 1, he's a thief. Number 2, she stays with him, she's going on shitty vacations. Do you know, there was a guy from North Carolina who made the news in England recently. This guy was from Matthews in North Carolina, you probably know more about. I loved what this guy did. He was a math teacher. He taught in a high school and he got fired, this was about 6 months ago, fired for asking the kids questions which were all about sex and drugs. Right? And I just thought, how bad were these questions? He wasn't doing it to be obscene, he was just trying to make the lessons more interesting. And I thought, well, what was he saying? What was he saying that got him fired? Like, okay, kids, a hooker charges $100 for every hour of her time. Last week, one very regular customer spent 6 hours with the hooker. Question, how much did the principal spend? I got this today, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't this fantastic? Burger King, empty. What it is you have 3 refills in this country. And no, I'm here for another 2 weeks, and I'm not paying for soda. I didn't know. I said to the guy, how many? You know, I just went in and said, "Hello, Coke, please." I had no idea because we don't have that in England. You just get 1 Coke in England, and he gives me this, and I'm like, "Could I have a bit more than that, please?" I don't mean to appear greedy. And this guy, he eventually tells me there's a machine there, help yourself. So what would have happened if I'd asked for a Whopper? Was he going to give me an empty cup, an empty box? You know, yeah, kitchen's back there, go and cook your own. The pickles in the fridge. So I picked up the empty cup and I said, thank you. Tried to walk away. When I said thank you, he said 2 magic words that you only say in America. And I'm not referring to don't shoot, okay? He said, you're welcome. Now, we don't say that in England. And when you don't hear that every day, I know you say it every day and it's kind of an automated response and it's just part of your language, but when you don't hear it on a regular basis, like I don't, that's actually really polite. You are welcome. That is so polite. And I freaked. I went, oh, well, thank you. He said, you're welcome. I said, am I? And he went, yeah. I said, thank you. He said, you're welcome. This went on for 25 minutes. I thought, I've got to say something else or I'll be here all day, so I said goodbye. And he said something else that we don't say in England. Have a nice day, exactly. Have a nice day. And I nearly said thank you. And I thought if I do, he'll say you're welcome and I'll be back where I started. So I didn't. I thought he said have a nice day, I've got to say something else. So I said you too. And he said thank you and I said you're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to finish up. Just to tell you one quick thing before I go. By the way, if you've enjoyed me, I've got loads of stuff on YouTube of what I call redneck showdowns. When I come to the south, quite often, this has been very nice this evening, but quite often I meet these really low-life redneck motherfuckers. And I got loads of clips on YouTube of me having arguments with rednecks at various parts of the south. So if you just go to YouTube and type in either redneck showdowns or redneck hunter, right, you'll find them. So. But I wanted to just tell you this before I finish. I actually drove here from, excuse me, from Charlotte in North Carolina, and I made a mistake. I rented my car at Charlotte, and I used dollar rent-a-car to try to rent my car. When you call dollar, though, you don't get a human being, you get a machine. And the machine asks you questions, and you have to answer the machine's questions, and somehow the machine hears what you say, and I couldn't cope with it. I'll just do it for you, this voice. It said, what city, please? Charlotte. North Carolina. I think you said Louisville, Kentucky. No, I said Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte, North, that's where I am. That's where I need the car. Charlotte, North Carolina. What time will you be arriving in Louisville, Kentucky? My accent. Maybe he doesn't understand English accents. So I thought, well, I'll call back, I'll try it in an American accent. Maybe that'll work. So, what city, please? Charlotte, North Carolina. Y'all. I think you said Farmington, New Mexico. And then I thought, no, I've got it. I know what I'll do. I'll call one more time. But this time I'm going to swear, I'm going to curse, I'll talk rubbish, it will confuse the machine, and they'll have to put a human being on. So I'll call a third time. What city, please? Stinky ass, stinky fucking wankety ass. And when will you all be arriving in Leicester?